Hernandez.
I'm Shane.
And we are part 4 of our Brokers in series. Oops. And we are part 4 of Brokers in Focus.
I think today we're going to be discussing the importance of agents and attendance at business conferences.
So, as an agent, for me, I love attending conferences. And let me tell you why. First of all, you can write this off with your taxes. Mm-hmm. And if you've never been to, for example, Nashville, Dallas, this is your opportunity to visit. It's almost like an educational mini vacation.
Yeah, with the Fuel Series, which is ERA's business conference annually, that's taken me to L.A., to Vegas, mm-hmm. And some of these places I've been before, but to Orlando, to Washington D.C., Vegas 3 times. So I think I got a residence there now. I've started to figure this place out. And then we have one coming up. It's like a mini version of that called Refuel. And that'll be in Richmond, Virginia, mm-hmm. next week, and we'll be going to that. And then we'll be announcing where our next annual fuel event will be. So excited to hear that one. Hopefully it's somewhere I've never been, because I love to see all that.
Yeah, so for the past 2 years, they've done it in Nashville. And I love Nashville. Don't get me wrong. I love Nashville. My first time being in Nashville was actually through Fuel. Otherwise, I would never have had a reason to go to Nashville. And I was so excited. I had just joined ERA, and I didn't really know you guys. Mm-hmm. I didn't know Denise. I mean, I had just signed on, and they said, hey, you need to go to Fuel with us. Didn't know what Fuel was about. No clue what it was going to be. I've never attended any conferences for the past, let me see, I was licensed in 2017, and I was with different firms, but they never had any type of conferences. So when I went on board with ERA, that's when they said, hey, you need to go to this. And I was like, okay. I mean, it was like a mini vacation for me. And let me tell you, it was the best time of my life. I didn't know you guys at all. Well, I got to know them that night, that day, that week, that weekend. I don't even know.
I still remember something you said the next day. You said, this was exactly what I needed, but I never even knew I needed it.
Oh, that's right. So, I mean, with real estate, it's so stressful, right? It's so stressful. And you always wish, gosh, I need a vacation. I just need to get away. This one, if you decide to go, I mean, I wouldn't say you're forced to, but if you have already purchased your ticket, you're not obligated to go. And when you go, I think my first Fuel experience, because I didn't know what I was to expect. We checked in at this beautiful hotel. It was at the Westin, and the event was at the Music Center. Mm-hmm. Okay, so again, I've never been to Nashville. Didn't really know them, but I was brave enough to go. And just, there were vendors there. And let me tell you, so Fayetteville is a small, big town. And a lot of these products for real estate related to your business, you don't see that in Fayetteville. You need to go to these conferences because that's where they are being offered. I mean, things like apps or, just everything business related.
They'll give the things that you buy often, like, I don't know, signs and
right.
riders with your name. One of my agents, she got, I think it was something like 100 of those name riders mm-hmm. for the price you would normally pay for 25 and free shipping because she attended.
Yeah. So most times these vendors will do a promotion that's only good for the entire duration of the conference. So you do save some money as well. Your closing gifts. I mean, there's so many things that it's only being offered at the conference. And for me, I did not want to miss out on that. It was very helpful. It was very helpful for my business. And then, of course, they have all different speakers, and some of them are well-renowned speakers. All it takes is one little nugget that you can take back with you that would be a game changer to your business.
That's right.
Just one little thing.
And what you'll notice, sometimes, I think newer agents getting started out, when I say newer, I mean you could have been in the business for a year or two. Mm-hmm. But I think, sometimes I've just had them mention, well, I just don't really see how I could apply what I would learn there to my business. I'm new and all that kind of thing. But what you do see when you go to these are successful agents taking time out of their business and spending the expense to be there because they see the value in this. They know that you can never stop learning.
Right.
This is an ever-changing business. It changes daily sometimes, and we have to learn and adjust.
Another thing also, so for example, let's say you see this top agent, whether on Instagram or Facebook, and you've been following them. Now, I'm not going to say these are going to be the same top agents that's going to be in the conference. And I guess it depends on the conference you go to. For example, if you go to a Tom Ferry one, sometimes they'll have, really big speakers. If you go to these conferences and they have these really great speakers or top agents, that is an opportunity for you to ask questions. If you just hit them up on Instagram on their DMs, chances are they're not going to respond. Mm-hmm. But if you attend these conferences and they're sitting on a panel or they're given a microphone, and here you are with a microphone asking them a question, it is now your opportunity to be able to ask because they're obligated to answer because they're put on a spotlight. Mm-hmm. So I think that's another good thing. The classes, definitely the classes.
Yeah. You have the networking.
And the networking. Now, how great would it be to find referral partners for your business and still make money while you just referred someone because you've made a face-to-face contact? Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're just sending them off to somebody, that you've looked up, selected. But, when you can actually say,
I know them.
Yeah. I know this person. I've met them. They're solid. They'll take care of you. And then, to make that connection back with them, send that referral. Right. It's good to get there and make a good account of referral contacts.
Also, another thing is it's your opportunity to also just kind of, I know it's a work related, but it's one of those things where you just kind of let loose. And I don't mean go crazy, but just you're surrounded with professionals who understand your daily stress. Imagine if you're talking to someone that you've never met and they're not a real estate agent themselves. It's so hard for them to be able to relate what you're going through. But here you are with the same professionals, and sometimes you may have a question regarding a very difficult transaction, and you get different insights from different agents on how to approach it. These things are so valuable that you don't get that by just being where you're at. You gotta explore. You gotta see the big world. I mean, there's a reason why Magellan went and explored because they needed to see what else is out there. It's a whole new world.
Yep. You gonna sing it for us?
No. The mic, the camera might break. The glass will definitely shatter.
So sometimes in these conferences, you may find an opportunity also for self-growth. So just as next week, you've done this before, but next week, Gray is going to be on a panel at our refuel in Richmond, where be up there for 45 minutes to an hour with other top producing agents and discussing what they do on their day to day. Where does their business come from? How do they continue to grow their business? And all those kinds of things. So it's like minds on one stage, and I think that gives you a good growth opportunity to, actually hear what other people do, but to also share what you do. And sometimes you can even learn about your business just by being up there and sharing it.
If you're a new agent and you're confused, you want direction, there's no better way than to align yourselves with people who's been doing it. And sometimes you may meet new agents too, and you guys can share stories and says, hey, you know what, I was nervous. I didn't know what I was doing. And you can make friendships, and not necessarily within your firm, but with other firm. I mean, imagine having new friends and be able to relate all the things that you're going through because they're also going through it, and you guys go through it together. In this business, it is so tough that it's literally a dog eat dog, right? So you want to align yourselves with people who will help you, the people who will help you grow, and of course, the people who's going to help you succeed. because everybody wants to succeed in this business. It's your own business. It's not, no one's going to hold your hand. So if you want someone to give you that comfort, what better way to attend these networking events and just really open up to all the agents that's also there.
Yep, I agree.
And the classes, let's talk about the classes. So all these events have classes. There's so many nuggets that you can take. I'm a note taker, and I know sometimes they said, oh, we'll send you the slide, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a note taker, so I bring a notebook with me because I feel as though if I write it on a piece of paper, that means everything that I've, you know, just absorbed, it's now going to go through my hand and or whatever I'm taking, it's going to be absorbed in my brain. The classes that they take is specifically for your business. It's not for anything else. Sometimes they have a lot of stuff that's marketing related. So if you struggle with, you know, Instagram, with Facebook. Now, I'm not a dancing realtor, so I don't really do that. And I know some of you can relate and you don't want to do that, but there's different avenues to learn how to market yourself on the internet. And a lot of them will offer classes. And again, the Mid-Atlantic Fuel is free. I don't take advantage of it. Take advantage of it.
I just had one of my agents ask me yesterday when I, you know, asked would she like to go, and she said, well, where do I register and how much is, you know, and where do I pay? I was like, it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
This is free of charge. You just need to invest your time in your gas to drive there. But, you know, especially as a brand new agent, and her coming from another company that didn't have these kind of things like you talked about, that, you know, it's the same thing. She's never had these opportunities, and I think it's gonna shift her mind and really understand how to get her business started once she gets there and hears these things.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I like to experience other places, because when you come back and you learn all these things, you now get to put those in motion in your business. It helps you recharge. Every time I come back from conferences, I have so many ideas. I'm like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And I implement them in what I do, and it's helped me grow me as a person. You know, it's a personal growth thing that I do that. But it, you know, when you put it into action, it helps your business grow. I don't know. I want to see you guys at the Mid-Atlantic Fuel. And if this is, you know, if you're watching and if you're not part of the ERA family, and if you're watching if you're a different agent from a different firm, then obviously, you know, there are different mentors out there. But look into ERA as well, because we do the fuel events and we have the Mid-Atlantic Fuel. That one is free. So
we have the once a year fuel event, but then, you know, you got the whole year between there, and they've got to keep you refueled. So that's where we'll have like regional connects. So it might be a Southeast Region Connect.
Right.
That might cover like Florida and Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, you know, Tennessee and down. So it'll be that region, and that'll be a connect. And then, you know, maybe 3 months later, we'll have like this one, refuel in Virginia.
Yeah. It's a way to think of it as a little mini vacation.
Yep.
But you're also learning so much. I don't know why no one would take advantage of that. I mean, I look forward to it all the time. I look forward to getting away. I wish there was a conference every quarter, so then it gives me a reason to get a little vacation.
Yeah. Little other things like I say our president, Alex, you know, when you go to like the fuel event, you're there with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. You know, it's hard to catch the attention of some people that you've got some questions or concerns you want to bounce off of them. When you go to like this for refuel, you know, you're there with 200 to 300 people. So and he's there, and it's easy just to
pull him to the side.
Pull him to the side, get a quick conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a discussion over a drink. You know, it's easy if you see something in the company that you'd like to see implemented to just have his time right there. Yep.
And I think that is it. That is our time. Yeah.
Yep.
So see you guys in our 5th episode, and we hope to see you in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, for the Mid-Atlantic Fuel.
Yep. September 24th.
Yes.